Hi guys. So in this video, I'll talk to you about the question about brand ambassador. Are you ready to hold the flag of the firm and stand out as a brand ambassador? You may say that, yeah, I've been doing this all this while, 5 years, 10 years. I've been the ambassador of the brand, and yeah, I act and walk and talk and sleep the way my brand does. So I'm completely agree. It's just a question of test. Now the thing is that while you may be operating as a manager and a director and you are holding the brand doing pretty good job, but now after become a partner, you will be a partner amongst equals. So whether you're a 10-year-old partner, 15-year-old partner, or a 1-year-old partner, the audience does not know that. Okay, if you go out and meet somebody, you say I'm a partner, they say that they will think that yeah, you have the same amount of capability caliber, at least in terms of the basic promises that the brand stands out for. So just that once you hold that flag, it will be seen by more number of people. You'll be interacting with a lot of other people. Your reach is going to get widened, and therefore this is a test that they want to check whether you can really act as a brand ambassador. Are you somebody who could be a threat to the brand? Are you somebody who could be diluting the brand and having your own way? Are you somebody who could be propelling the brand forward and enhancing the value even further? So they want to check that. Now, is there one question which can say that, yeah, you are right fit to do that? Answer is obviously no. It's a culmination of all the things that you will address in the partner panel. It's a gut feeling test. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He will surely protect the brand, enhance it, and will not dilute it. There's no risk for there's no risk in him becoming a partner. But I'll still give you a few tips that can actually help you put a stamp very clearly in the minds of the people who are interviewing you that yes, you really understand what does this brand stand out for. So if you want to look at it, every brand, particularly talking about the large firms, small firms may not be very articulate in laying down the brand promises. They just look at okay, getting the client, doing the work, doing a pretty good job of it, and then moving ahead. But when the firm becomes bigger, okay, it's not possible to pass on the ethos and the values on a one-to-one basis. They need to have a much larger reach, right? So therefore, the heads of the firms they actually come out with mission statements, the values and the goals. Of course, a lot of it is documented, but particularly when a new CEO comes, he or she will make certain changes on the top of the existing bedrock of the value system that the firm stands out for, the way it has been built over the years, 50 years, 100 years. So all of this will be there, but a new CEO will come and talk about the new stuff. So in terms of practical things that you have to keep in mind is to really understand the promises that your brand stands out for, what has been documented. When you go out and make presentations, you typically get a 2 or 3 slider deck. What does my firm stand out for? What are the values that guide us? What are the principles that we abide by? So just a question of refreshing all of those things. I would suggest the number two thing that I would suggest you could do is to really ensure that when you're articulating answers, when you're giving the answers, you can actually say that in certain areas I articulated the firm promise in this fashion. I incorporated. So make sure that you use the words that are actually there, that are out there in terms of these value statements, mission statements, and so therefore they understand that it is not really mere words. The mission statements you actually use them and helped convince the client or convince people, or just incorporated that in your own behavior, the way you do things, how you helped resolve your dilemmas. Because these big statements are not really mere statements, they act as the guiding lights which help us to take decisions, allocate resources, resolve dilemmas. So you can use some of your own instances, how you have used the brand promises to really wriggle yourself out and use the brand value. Obviously, this is not something that I can tell you exactly what you should say, but make sure that you use the words that are out there, which are documented in your own form or statements. The other thing that I suggest you could do is to look at your current CEO, because every new CEO of the firm that comes, whether it's an Indian firm or a global firm, every new CEO comes out with an own agenda, and They look at new way of doing things. Not that the old CEO was bad and the new CEO was good, but you really have to take some effort to refresh your memory as to what does this new CEO stand out for? What is the approach that he or she is taking in order to navigate the firm to a different way? So if you can sort of also use those new initiatives, new things, and then incorporate that in giving the answers for the rest of the stuff that might get asked, it'll actually help cement the fact that yeah, you understand the brand. Of course, the thing about risk, the thing about quality, the thing about client satisfaction, all of that matters. But yeah, if you can be articulate in saying that, yeah, I understand that I have a responsibility on my head. I have a very valuable asset that I hold in my hands, and I have to make sure that I protect it at all costs and shouldn't get diluted. I will make sure that it is further enhanced, and none of my actions should be diluting that. Not that you can be sort of be asked to take a pledge, but by and large, everything else that you will say or do will actually they'll make an assessment. But practically speaking, just make sure that you refresh your memory about the latest goal statement, the underlying value system, the underlying promises that your brand stands out for, and yeah, use some illustrations to demonstrate that. So I've been saying in all these videos, guys, there's a lot of memory that will be sitting in your head. Memory bank will be full. It is just that you have to make sure that you pull out the right kind of messaging. Very difficult to sort of do the search at that time and pull out the right answer. Just practice it, document all of these things, and be ready. Okay. So, alright, guys, pretty simple stuff. Brand ambassador is very subjective and nothing specific, but some practical tips. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.